Hey guys, good morning and welcome back to Roberto Gringo Retires. This morning I'm off to do some volunteer work. So as you may remember from several videos ago, I had a few goals upon retirement, and one of them was get back in shape, lose some weight. Another was to improve my Spanish since I'm living here in Colombia. Another one was learn to dance salsa, which I am progressing in. And I also wanted to do some volunteer work. So I found a great organization run by actually an American guy who's been here in Medellín for over 25 years. I wish I had the time to go over this guy's entire history, but it's absolutely amazing. He's like 75 years old now, but he's got about 20 different major projects all through Colombia to help people. In my very, very small way, I've decided I'm going to dedicate one day a week to volunteering, and that day for me is going to be Wednesday. So every Wednesday, we're going to go way, way up into the hills, up into the barrios, and basically we're going to work as a waiter, kind of, serving food at a food pantry, which is also a community center where they do all kinds of things. When I get up there a little later, we'll go into some details about some of the things that they do, but they give sewing classes and arts and crafts and languages and music and all kinds of stuff. And this was all started by this guy named Mark, who you're going to meet a little bit later. But it's about 9 o'clock now, and at 10 o'clock I've got to go up to, I got to be up there to meet the group of volunteers, and then we'll start our day serving food, etc. So we'll head up there and see how it goes today. All right, so the first thing I do to go to the volunteer place is I jump on the metro, and then I get off the metro on one line to transfer down to another line. And then we're going to take the metro cable, or the cable cars, way, way up the hill. And then after we hit the cable cars, we have to take a bus even further up the hill, way the hell up the hill. So it takes me about maybe 45 minutes to get up there, something like that, from here, after all the transport and everything. So this is the train that just left. This is the train we're going to take to another station, another metro station. Okay, so we got off the Acevedo station here in the metro. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk upstairs to the section where the cable cars leave the metro station and go up the hill. They go way up the hill. You probably can't see the hill from here. But we'll get up a little closer and I'll show you what it's like. So we take a cable car from that platform, and we're going to be heading all the way up the hill there. All the way, all the way, all the way, even beyond where you can see the metro cables. It's over that hill. And these communities are very, very, very poor communities, and they really need a lot of help. Mark was telling me that their most urgent need is usually like shoes and clothes and things like that. But today we'll be giving them some nourishment, some food, and he claims that the food that we provide them sometimes is the only hot meal they get in a week, or maybe just one of a couple of hot meals they get in a week. So we're going to walk up here and we're going to meet with Mark and any other volunteers that show up today. It's so interesting how the commuting culture works. As I'm waiting for the volunteers to arrive, I'm walking through this section. Look at all of these barriers they have set up here. And there's nobody waiting in line anywhere in any of these places, as you can see. But as I'm coming back later today, back down the mountain, and I come back down here, I'll see if I can remember to take a shot of this same area tonight when people are commuting back to get to go back up onto the mountain. So this whole area gets packed. It gets full of people trying to get on the metro cables to get back home up on the mountain. That's what an incredibly, tremendously successful campaign the metro cable and the whole Medellín transportation system has been here in Medellín.
Place, there's no water available around. One of the moms is not cooking. One of the Viviana is going to have to go. One of the moms is sick. The moms have been working every day. Every day. Trust me, I've been leaving there 5 to 5:30 at night every day. Okay, and normally we leave at 3. So anyways, we're gonna make everything is ready. Okay, but next week we'll cook lunch. They laid a new line. There's going to be water at the old foundation.
Yeah, I saw it last week.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting. I'll also have English class at the old place. The education center is going to be at the other one. Now, once I'm done, another week, we're going to start another program educating children 3, 4, and 5. Letters, numbers, colors, all sorts of stuff. The children have no education in their home. I mean, I'm not criticizing anybody, you know, it's just, this is poverty. But by next week, things will be booming, booming. So any day you want to do that, perfect.
I would love to do that.
Yeah, wait until you see 2 of my English students. I met them about 10 years ago, and extreme poverty. No, when I went to their first house, there was horrible condition.
Here in Santo Domingo.
Up there. So I moved them next to the foundation. With volunteers, people from all over the world donated. We bought everything. Okay.
I can't remember what I did yesterday. Yeah, I was in Guatapé. Yeah,
Oh,
I was in
Guatapé.
Guatapé recording, shooting for a boat party.
Yeah. And I knew that, you know, you were in between. I have a couple pueblos that
I was so upset. I wanted to come with you so.
All right, so we are headed up the hill. We have 3 volunteers today. This is Sarah, and this is Brian. What's up, Brian? This is Brian, being his volunteering self as he usually is. And we just got off the Santo Domingo metro cable. We're headed up to the volunteer spot.
Be very careful.
Quite an atmosphere up here. You got the moto taxis. You got all the people waiting out here for something. I don't know what. ¿Esa fila para qué es? Esa fila.
Plata.
Ah, ya. Walking up the hill. All right, I'm following Mark up the hill, and you can definitely see a difference in the income level up here as we're getting higher and higher. All right, so now we're on the bus to get up there.
Don't do it. Yeah. That's recycling. Okay?
La sonrisa.
La sonrisa.
¿Cómo le decimos pan?
Eso está,
¿Para qué más pan?
casi ya se está acabando ya.
Sí,
Sí, sí, va a llegar bastante gente.
Pero ¿y para cuánto más?
Solamente
¿Para cuánto?
¿Quién sabe? ¿Cuántos son? Hay 22, son como como solamente 10 sanguchitos.
10.
10 por cada uno.
paquetes han salido?
Como
¿Cuántos
4,
paquetes han
5,
salido?
4, 5.
Han salido 10, 20, 30, por 50. A 50 personas.
Vamos a ver.
50 personas.
Sí, te di cuenta.
Buenas tardes. Buenas tardes. Okay.
Chao, señora.
Vanessa, hola. Mire. Vanessa. Diga. Lo presento. Tengo un carro. Okay.
Aquí no más.
All right, so this is the foundation, and they got inundated today because they just moved to a new location. This is a new location. It's got 2 rooms. Hola. Buenas tardes. ¿Cómo están? Bien. Okay, so this is Mark, and Mark is the founder of this incredible project. He's been in Colombia for like 25 years. 21 years. How many projects do you have in Colombia? You told me some incredible amount.
Well, I originally am from Rochester, New York.
Right.
Okay. I've been living in Colombia for 21 years. In the United States, I was a coach for boys and girls in many different sports.
Right.
Also, I volunteered with many organizations, cancer groups, different things like that. So when I came to Colombia, my dream was to coach or volunteer. In 2006, I met some American missionaries. They worked in the mountains where the foundation is now.
Right.
At that time, things were very dangerous. Okay, things are much better today than they were. So I opened the foundation. My first 5 years, I started teaching English at a school up here. Okay,
Right.
There were 70 children from first grade to high school. Okay, I taught English and computers. After 5 years, the foundation was growing. Tourism was starting to come in Colombia. So I opened my own spot. From there, the foundation has grown incredibly. I've had volunteers from 45 of the 50 states and 112 countries.
Wow, amazing.
And the number of my volunteers that come back, 1, 2, 3. The leader right now is a guy, Vinny from New Zealand. He's volunteered here 10 different years.
Oh, wow.
At the foundation, we have many programs for single women. Okay, on Wednesdays we cook lunch and we pay the moms for work. Okay, we also have classes in English, sewing, manicure, pedicure, hairstyling. Almost 200 women and men today are working in Medellín. They've learned sewing, manicure, English. Okay, 2 quick stories about my English class. One of my students, Jason, learned English with me.
He was just a boy. He was a boy when he started, a young man.
Oh, he was probably 20.
20. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
He is now working at Avianca Airline, the national airline of Colombia. 2 years ago, I got him a job there in English.
Amazing. Wow.
Another one of my students, Daniel, they studied 10 years ago. Okay. 5 years ago, Daniel went to the #1 university here, EFE. Okay.
Wow.
And he said, I'd like to study engineering architect. They said, where do you live? In Colombia. Where you live, you're assigned a strata. Poverty is one. He lives in poverty. When they said, where do you live? He said, I live in Estrada Uno.
Right.
They laughed, right? They said, okay, we have Becca. A Becca is a scholarship.
Scholarship. Right.
Okay. And so they said, we have scholarship, but you have to pass an English exam, reading, writing, and speaking.
Right.
And he said to them in English, give it to me. Last June, he graduated 5 years free from the #1 university here because he learned at the foundation.
That's amazing.
I've expanded over the years. I help orphanages in different pueblos.
Right.
I help native Indian tribes.
Indigenous tribes, yeah.
Right. 7 years ago, I've been helping an Indian tribe for 9 years. 7 years ago, they made me a chief of their tribe.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yes. Now, at one of the orphanages I've also been helping for 9 years. 4 years ago, the head nun made me the angel pastor of the orphanage.
Wow. What an accomplishment. It must, how does that make you feel?
No, it's an honor beyond honors.
Listen, I want to go back a second. Tell me why you focus on single mothers in Colombia. Tell me the statistic you told me earlier.
Over 80% of all moms are single mothers in Colombia.
80%.
80%. Women, in many cases, have no rights, especially years ago. Today, things are getting better. Okay? But you go back even 20 years, no. The number of just heartbreaking stories. That's why there's an Angels of Medellín Foundation. I also help many schools in remote areas, okay, where there's poverty, and I know people, we go, we help them. Now, obviously, I cannot help the whole world, okay, but this is a foundation where I work for free. My volunteers work for free. 100% of your donation goes to help displaced families of Colombia and also many displaced families from Venezuela. Our priority is, this is my formula, okay, E equals O. Education equals opportunity.
Nice.
If you're given a chance to learn, okay, any form of education, I don't care whether it's electricity, sewing, whatever. Opportunity. Education equals opportunity.
Right. Right. Well, hey, I want to thank you for everything you've done, and I also want to thank you for allowing me to volunteer with you.
Thank you.
It's been a real pleasure, and I hope this becomes a long-term thing. You know.
Me too.
So
you have joined the Angel team.
Thank you very much. The people are
There
loving
is
it.
one Angel team.
I think, how many people do you think we serve today?
Today, probably about, I'm going to say maybe about 120.
120 people we served
Yeah.
lunch to today.
And that's,
I mean, I was nonstop. People were coming again, coming in, and coming in.
but this is our first day.
Yeah, in the new location.
Yeah,
We
new
just transferred to a
location.
new location.
So take a look at the angels on the wall.
Yeah,
there.
they're getting to know.
Take a look at the halos.
They're getting to know the. There's angels on all the walls,
Oh, yeah.
actually. They're getting to know the new place, but
Yeah.
so I anticipate there's probably going to be a lot more people
Oh, yeah.
needing your services.
Yeah.
Thanks again for your time. I really appreciate it, and thank
Thank
you
you.
for helping me. Okay, so I'd say that was a very successful day volunteering with Marcos and his team up there, and we served quite a bit of food, quite a few meals, and it was fun. I get up there 10 o'clock, and then I leave at 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock, whatever. So I'll be doing that every Wednesday from this point forward. So that's me volunteering in Medellín.